And we are back coming in with our second conversation for this morning. All here to talk to us about American Express. You have representatives from the Belize Bank and American Express to join us to talk to us about this new initiative and collaboration. Good morning, Agata Root, who is the COO of the Belize Bank Limited, and Rene Centeno, who is the head of global corporate products at American Express. Good morning.
Good morning. Pleasure.
So I am excited about this, that I feel like we all should be excited about this. American Express is something that I think Belizeans just hear about
in commercials.
In commercials. You know, the American media definitely takes light into this, but none of us really understand what the card is or what it can do for us. So let me begin with you, Rene.
Sure.
Let's talk about American Express and this new collaboration that is taking forward with Belize Bank.
Perfect. So thank you, first of all, for receiving us. We are very happy to introduce our direct acquiring license model with our partner, Belize Bank. And maybe just to give a little background related to American Express, we are a global network payment company based in United States. And one of our main priorities is based on merchant coverage or the acceptance of the merchants across the world. For this, we manage different kind of businesses or models to operate this alternative. For example, in the United States, we operate as a direct issuer or a direct acquirer. But in other markets, like in Belize, we operate through strategic alliances, like what we have with Belize Bank. But just to clarify something that it's pretty important, we used to be in the market here in Belize with a different model, a third-party model. And now, because we want to improve our footprint here and also strengthen the relationship with Belize Bank, we are changing the model, introducing the direct acquiring license, and we are going to offer through our partner several benefits directly to the local merchants from all sizes.
When you say a third-party model, what does that mean?
Okay, so as I mentioned, in the United States, we operate directly as a financial institution. So all the relationship with our card holders and the merchant is directly by American Express. In other markets, like in Belize, we operate through these strategic alliances or partnerships, like with Belize Bank, and they manage their relationship directly with the merchants, in this case, for the acquiring business.
So the relationship or the model that we're now implementing, and I'm still working to understand, it's a stronger relationship. It's a more advanced relationship. And I'd like Ms. Agata, if you would just speak to the benefits of this relationship, if that's where you would start.
Yes, thank you very much. The benefits, I'm so excited about this new implementation. It's a relaunch, however, with huge benefits to our merchants. I think all of our merchants had the rough time during the pandemic. So right now they are trying to revamp the operations. We see when we go to San Pedro, to the other keys, that more tourists are in the country. However, still the payments are not that seamless because they are not able to process all of the cards they have in their wallet. With this integration now, they don't even need to think about what payment method they reuse because they can successfully swipe their American Express card. So I would say the first benefit will be the convenience, right? As customers, I think this is super important that they coming to Belize, visitors can focus on the beauty of the country. They don't need to even think how they are going to pay. And American Express is offering a wide range of benefits, rewards attached to the card. I'm sure that Rene can speak about this a bit more, but this is a very strong offering on the issuing side, so to the customers who have the American Express card, as they really want to use their American Express card.
So,
also, more benefits like on the technical side with our customers. Before, we had 2 point of sale machines. So when you are at the reception desk, at the cashier, merchants had to change the POS machine in order to process the American Express card. That was kind of inconvenient, also delaying the entire process. So customers had to stand and wait until the transaction is processed. Right now, we are facilitating everything on the one point of sale machine, which will be significantly faster and, like I mentioned, seamless.
Yeah.
We also have the merchant development officers at the Belize Bank who are working very closely with our merchants to make sure that they are properly trained and that they have the 24/7 maintenance on our side as well. So it's as robust as possible. But I still didn't mention the biggest benefit, which from my perspective should attract a lot of merchants to start. If they are not accepting American Express as yet through our POS machines, to start doing that, which is a cost. Because of what Rene mentioned, changing the model and how we are integrated, we were able to reduce the cost for our merchant, which is the biggest benefit, especially like I've mentioned after the pandemic, when everybody is very mindful of the bottom line. This will definitely impact the bottom line positively for our merchant, and they will be able to really focus on the growth of their business, not thinking about what
You can accept.
what you can accept, what
Not
you should not
can-
accept.
yeah.
And this is a rollout period, I would imagine, right? So what would be the first step in issuing out the American Express collaboration between Belize Bank and American Express? So what can we do first with American Express cards here in Belize?
The first phase, right now, as we speak,
Yes.
our visitors coming to Belize, they can use their American Express card at the point of sale machine.
Okay.
So this is what it's working right now.
Yes.
Everybody who is in the country right now can go and process their American Express card. And then in the second phase, we will be working on the ATM acquiring, which basically means that our visitors will be also able to go to the Belize Bank ATMs and withdraw cash if they need cash.
Yes.
But we have a lot of ideas, and we will be definitely deepening the collaboration.
So I gather that the customer base here are tourists. That this is focused on tourists, American tourists or international tourists coming to Belize with the American Express card, and now they're able to easily process exchanges with their American Express card, something that they were limited to or not doing, they weren't able to do before this new collaboration, before this new methodology. Let's speak to how or why did we decide to make this expansion? Did we find that there was a demand from your clients to have this in Belize, or people complaining and say, oh, I'm so frustrated because I have my American Express card, but it's so hard to process in Belize, and I don't have any other alternatives, and so I just won't go to Belize.
Yeah, exactly. So when you think about the issuing business, we manage, as I mentioned before, the direct issuing by American Express, but we also have several institutions across the world issuing American Express cards, from debit, prepaid, credit, also from the consumer side or the corporate side. And based on that, as you just described, they want to use their cards because of the loyalty programs, the different benefits that they have or they receive because of our different structures that we manage for them. And when they arrive to Belize, unfortunately in the last year, they can use their American Express cards because of the acceptance and the model that we are changing. And now, fortunately, the idea is they can use all the American Express products and receive all the benefits that we are providing, not only from the loyalty perspective. Let me put an example related to the concierge and also related to the importance of the tourism here. Because we plan for the card members everything that they need related to their travel plans.
Okay.
So everything related to the hotels, to the airline, to the activities that they are going to have on site. And the idea is they can cover everything line with our plans, our structure, but now they can pay with American Express. So
Okay.
all the merchants are now receiving and accepting American Express, and our customers are going to also receive the points or the different benefits that they have when they use their cards.
Let me just ask, because you talk about the plans and the structures, how does that work? Is it that your clients come in and they say, I have a vacation, and you tell them, well, and they're saying they're going to Belize, and you tell them, oh, well, I have this plan for you with this X amount of money that would cover all of these things, and you could take this card and you could spend all that money in Belize.
This is quite important, and this is a collaboration strategy because Belize Bank is managing the relationship with the merchants. But the idea is to improve that relationship and provide new customers and better conditions for those merchants. So, for example, when we understand the different kind of merchants that we have here, we can promote those merchants in this kind of activity. So, as you described, when we have a customer that is going to plan a travel to Belize, they are going to say, okay, this is the experiences that I'm looking for, and we are going to provide all the kind of merchants that they could also have in place related to that particular plan.
So
right?
then, just to clarify, this card will work only with merchants that are under Belize
Yes.
Bank.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Only with the merchants who are processing with the Belize Bank point of sale machines.
Right.
But I wanted to come back to what Rene said about the unique value proposition for our merchants, right? What Rene explained was from the issuing side, from the card member side, right? The rewards and the benefits they have attached to the card, and how American Express is supporting them. But on our side, locally in Belize, that's a real game changer, as right now our merchants, through our collaboration with American Express, will have an access to the marketing they didn't have before. So it's not
Imagine.
only that they need to do their marketing
international
and have
audience.
newsletters,
Yeah.
but right now they have an access to the international audience, and American Express is supporting us over here significantly with the concierge services, with the emails to corporate clients, that really this portfolio will be seen internationally,
So
not
it's
only
an
over here.
opportunity to make a switch if you're a merchant
Yeah.
to
Well,
go to
Move over
to
to
move
Belize
over
Bank.
to Belize Bank so they can get these benefits.
How many merchants would you say? Do you have an estimate of the amount of merchants that you guys manage or work with, partner with here in Belize?
We manage. I want to be careful with the numbers.
Yeah, it's a big number, I would imagine.
But I can say that we manage the majority of the hospitality sector in Belize, which is the major market, and this is where we see a lot of synergies with American Express. And also all of the merchants who work with us have our point of sale machines. Today, as we speak, can process American Express. It's not something that they need to come to us, ask to enable any application. They can do it right now. We prepared the market for this spectacular launch in advance. So all of our merchants are ready, and whenever customer comes, they can do that.
And as for the customers that are using the card, the same interest rates and so forth apply to them, or does it change?
Well, the rates are defined 100% by our partner, but that's the idea. I don't know if you want to answer that.
Yes. The rates on the market, like I've mentioned, changed, right? Like I was explaining the biggest benefits and the pillars, the cost is one of them. So we were able, through the changed model, we were able to bring the cost down on average 30 to 40%.
Wow.
This is really massive. So I really encourage all of the merchants, if they are not processing with us as yet, to make sure they will reach out to us. We also have a dedicated email address that the customers can reach out to us, and we will be in contact immediately, which is merchants@belizebank.com. So whoever is interested in processing American Express can reach out to us.
You know, so I expect that what we'll begin to see is a lot of merchants put up signs saying we accept American Express. What's the future vision for this movement? What are we looking to achieve medium term and long term?
Well, from American Express, we're looking to be accepted in every single merchant. So the idea, it's not important the size of the merchant, not important the industry where they are working with. The support to accept digital payments, it's quite important. Now, as Agata mentioned, after the pandemic, it's quite complicated, the situation from the economic perspective, and we believe that with these digital payments, they are going to improve our businesses directly. The other important thing, it's related to the corporate customers, because we are one of the main issuers for corporate cards, and normally this is quite different because the company provides the corporate card for the employees, and they need to use those cards for all the expenses when they travel. So now they can pay with their cards, and they could manage everything related to the tax or the corporate management according to what their companies are requesting. So all the merchants that in the past can receive American Express are losing those customers because they need to pay with American Express because of the rules internally, right? So that's the key.
I would imagine that's a great incentive to have merchants decide that I'll make the switch.
Yeah.
That I'll get on this wave and I'll ride this wave as it continues to grow and move. Are you able to say what, and I'm not sure if you are, but what sort of revenues will come into the country, any sort of estimates as a result of this new move? Because I'm sure you perhaps would have been able to estimate what we've been losing when we haven't, during those periods when we weren't able to tap into this service.
Well, we don't have exact numbers, but it's important. For example, we understand that more than 80% of the tourists in Belize come from the United States, and our customer base it's huge in the States. So obviously, when they start traveling, Belize is one of the destinations that now they can improve also. So this is going to be 100% related to new kind of revenue for the local merchants and also for the different partnerships that we have across the world, right?
Wonderful.
Agatha?
Also, just to build on it, also the studies show, and also our surveys we made with the merchants, that 60% of the tourists, of the visitors in Belize, they have a preference for the American Express card. They would like to swipe and use their American Express card. So I'm sure that the merchants right now will see the big boost of the revenues and also the customer service they can provide to their visitors.
So what was the passion behind this partnership for Belize Bank when it came up? Was it that you guys said, yes, this is for the merchants and we want to do this for you guys?
We always say yes. Why? Because you see, this partnership right now, it's not only to change something, but it's most of all to really bring the modern solutions for the merchants, for the visitors, to make sure that they can use everything they can also in their home country, right? We are very much committed to work with our customers, individual and corporate, with the merchants, to bring financial services to the country which are out there already. So I can only say that we will never stop. So what we did right now with the point of sale processing, this is just the beginning. This is just the start, and we have a lot of ideas in the pipeline, and I'm sure that we will be strengthening our relationship with American Express in the future.
I was just about to ask, what more can we look forward to this year apart from American Express partnering with Belize Bank?
With American Express, we will definitely, like I've mentioned before, do the ATM acquiring. So the customers will be able to also use our ATM machines. As we know, in Belize, still not all of their places have the point of sale machine. They still accept cash. We are working very hard on it. We would like to make sure that the merchants will start also to adapt and accept the cards payments everywhere, even on the
More
in the little
rural areas.
yes, even on the
Yes.
streets,
Yes.
stalls, everywhere,
Yes,
right?
indeed. Because when you go to San Pedro, for example, you see a lot of these jewelry
vendors.
stores, like these jewelry vendors right along the beach with a table, and they have their stuff. You see the little vendors, the person that sells the coconut water, for example,
Agreed.
that's right there, and they don't necessarily have this system in place, so they miss out on business when somebody comes with a regular card, but more so an American Express card, and perhaps wants to purchase a piece of jewelry or wants to drink a drink of coconut water per se. So I could see where the responsibility is on Belize Bank to launch this campaign that would get these merchants equipped to be able to service the modern technology.
But on that note as well, Paul, usually when it comes to spending card or credit card or anything like that, there's always a limit, right? So if you spend $20 and up, then you can use your card. Is that something that happens with American Express as well?
Well, you see, that's a very good topic. I'm glad that you brought it up, because limit like that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Banks never put any limit
Yep.
on the merchant. Even if you want to pay 50 cents, you should be able to do that.
Wow.
So that's just the
merchant.
artificial limit and threshold that the merchants are putting. But no, banks are never imposing any limits on the merchants.
So how
So
would
that I'm glad you brought that up, because majority of Belizeans always get that, oh well, you only could spend this amount and then you can use your card. So with my American Express card, if the coconut water is $1, I should be able to tap and use my dollar.
And that's quite important, because
Yes.
normally when you think about small merchants,
Yes.
they are thinking that this is not for them.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right.
And this is quite important, because they are going to have access to our customers, but they need to pay with their American Express card. So if they understand that they are going to have the lowest rates now with the new pricing structure, plus the best technology for accepting these kind of cards, they are going to have better terms and conditions and improve the way that they are taking payment methods in the digitization, right?
I'm so glad you brought that up.
So how do merchants that are clearly, I know there are merchants listening to this right now that have not been able to take advantage or won't be able to take advantage because they either haven't signed up, they don't have the point of sale machines. How do they then acquire either switching over to Belize Bank or acquire one of those machines?
Yes, so and that is very easy. We have a lot of channels that customers can reach out to us. Like I've mentioned, we opened a dedicated email address specifically for the merchants who would like to sign up, which is merchants@belizebank.com. We also have in each district, we have the dedicated sales and business development managers. This is our business banking unit, who is also located at our branches countrywide, so customers can reach out to them as well. All of their details are placed on our website, so you can go ahead, search for that. You can always also reach out to us in Belize City, and we will be more than happy to help.
And also, sorry, if they have doubts, because as Agata mentioned, all the customer base from the merchant side that today operates with Belize Bank are ready to accept American Express, but maybe they don't know yet, or they are trying to understand how they need to improve the POS or whatever they need to do it. So all the communication is directly with Belize Bank, and they are doing an extraordinary job managing this kind of communication to make easy for them this transition.
Because I'll just say that with all new approaches, there may be some uncertainties. Will I really get my money? You know, I swipe this, but will I really get my money? And I'm sure Belize Bank is working to ensure that some of those concerns are
Merchants,
There is no doubt in this area.
No
No doubt.
One more time,
100%
your
sure.
email address, merchants@
@belizebank.com.
.com. All right. Agatha, Rene, thank you both so much. I am very excited for this venture as it's very needed in Belize. You know, this is the way we are able to build our economy. But thank you both so much for coming
Thank
in.
you so
Thank
much.
you again for receiving us.
Appreciate
And
that.
I can't wait to see the other phases roll out during 2023. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
And with that, we're going to take another break and we'll be back with our third segment. By a Zoom, I believe. It'll be Motivational Mondays. We'll see what that course has to offer when we come back.